The Practice of Psychotherapy, The Question of Payment, Part 13 of 15. No one can pay for therapy because healing belongs to God and He charges nothing at the door. But in this house, the Holy Spirit uses everything, even money, to help carry out the plan. The therapist may be advanced, but while he's still living in this house of time, he still has earthly needs. If he needs money to keep the lights on or the roof repaired, it will be given. Not as payment for healing, but as support so he can keep serving the plan. Money itself isn't evil. It's not even real. It's nothing more than wallpaper in a temporary room. But no one here can live without some illusions, not yet. So while the house stands, even the last illusion, money, gets used for a holy purpose. The therapist has a mighty role in this one purpose for which he came. That's the only reason he remains in the house at all. And while he stays, every need he has to remain here will be provided. Only an unhealed healer would try to run the house for money, charging at the door like it was a business. And the more he values money, the less healing will actually take place. Nor will he find his own healing in the process. The Holy Spirit may ask for money from some guests to keep the house standing, and from others, he will not. But it's not the therapist's place to decide who pays and who doesn't. There is a difference between payment and cost. When money is given where God assigns it, it carries no cost. It's just resources being moved to where they belong. But when money is withheld from where it truly belongs, the cost is enormous. The therapist who makes that mistake loses the very name of healer, because he has no idea what healing is, and he cannot give what he does not have. The therapists of this world are useless to salvation because they keep running the house like a business. They make demands at the door so they cannot truly give inside. Patients can only pay for the exchange of illusions, renting a room that still belongs to the dream. And illusions always demand payment with a heavy cost. But a locked or balked relationship cannot offer the only gift that heals. That gift is forgiveness, the Spirit's one dream, and it must be free. Put a price tag on it, and you crucify God's Son all over again. How could that be forgiveness? How could charging admission ever bring an end to the dream of sin? It can't, because forgiveness costs nothing. The right to live in the house isn't something anyone has to fight for. It's already promised and guaranteed by God. That right belongs equally to therapist and patient, neighbors under the same roof. If their relationship is to be holy, whatever one needs is provided by the other. Whatever one lacks, the other supplies. And in that exchange, the relationship itself becomes holy, because both are healed in the giving and receiving. The therapist repays the patient in gratitude, and the patient repays the therapist in the same way. There is no cost to either one. Only deep thanks for being freed from a long prison of doubt and separation. Who wouldn't be grateful for such a gift? And who could imagine that it could be both ways at once, healing given and healing received? It's been rightly said, to the one who has, more will be given. Because he has, he can give. And because he gives, he will be given again. That's not the world's rule, it's God's law. And it works the same in the house of healing. God's healers give because they have heard His word and understood it. So everything they need will be provided for them. But here's the warning. If they forget that all they have comes from God alone, they'll lose the understanding. If they think they need something from a brother to keep the house running, they stop seeing him as a brother at all. And the moment that happens, the light goes out, even in the highest room. For God's Son has turned against himself, and all he sees is darkness. He denied the light, and now he cannot see it. One rule runs this house, and No one is ever turned away because he cannot pay. No one is sent to the door by accident. Every relationship has a purpose. Whatever the purpose seemed to be before, once the Spirit enters, this doorway becomes a potential temple. A resting place for Christ, the home of God Himself. Whoever comes has been sent. Maybe he was sent to place the needed money on the table, then both are blessed. Maybe he was sent to show the therapist how much he needs forgiveness and how small money is by comparison. Again, both are blessed. Only in terms of cost could one imagine having more. In sharing, everyone must gain a blessing without cost. This way of looking at payment might seem impractical, and to the world's eyes it is. But not one thought of the world is truly practical. How much is really gained by chasing illusions through every room of the house? And how much is lost by tossing God aside as if He had no place here? Is it even possible to throw Him away? Surely it is impractical to strive for nothing and to try to do what can't be done. So pause a moment in the hallway and really think of this. You may have been searching for salvation all through the house without realizing where to look. Whoever knocks at your door, whoever asks your help, can show you exactly where. What greater gift could be placed in your hands than this? And what greater gift could you give than to open the door? Physician, healer, therapist, teacher, heal yourself. Many will come to your house carrying the gift of healing, if you choose to receive it. The Holy Spirit never refuses an open door. If invited, He enters and abides with you. He will give you endless chances to open the door to your own salvation. That's His function. He will also show you exactly what your role is, in every room, in every circumstance, at all times. Whoever He sends will arrive at your threshold, hand extended in friendship. Let the Christ in you bid Him welcome, for that same Christ is alive in him as well. Deny Him entrance and you shut the door on Christ within yourself. Remember the sad story the world keeps repeating and the glad news of salvation that rewrites it. Remember God's plan for restoring joy and peace. And do not forget how simple His ways are. You were stumbling in the dark hallways of the world until you asked for light. And God sent His Son to hand you the lamp,